Welcome to a brand new Enlisted, and when I say that, they have taken the first little step towards the change of the game. I want to say the Enlisted version 1.5 is here, and we're just waiting for 2.0 for the progression upgrades and Tech 3 upgrades, which I can't wait. Quick thinking. So the first step was supposed to be the UI change, and as you can see, we are here in Enlisted, and it looks rather different than usual. Don't just get ahead of yourselves though. The progression system, it's the same old. Like, that has not been reworked with some tweaks of switching armies up here. That has not been tweaked whatsoever, and I didn't think they would drop this at the same time, because obviously the UI changes they can implement already. And we got the first taste of all the fonts, of all the layouts. I really think that some of the fonts are actually, like these fonts, they've been changed slightly, maybe made larger, easier to read. We're gonna go through all of the sections, all of the UI changes that, well, I can tell, at least for myself. What do I think of these? We're gonna get to some conclusions. So the first thing that all instantly caught my eye was this switchy kind of menu thing with the events and custom matches, and then if anything else is active, you can just go on it. And I would imagine if there would be something else here, you could just go into the next one, and this section is probably going to be switchy swatchy like this. I was kind of happy. I thought, okay, I can just leave this on Normandy paratroopers, because I rarely come here, and I could just leave it like this, so every time I come back here I would be on this instantly. I wouldn't have to look for it, but this actually automatically over time it changes, so no matter which one you're gonna leave, it'll automatically switch for you. So I don't know if the automatic switching was needed, but it's a nice way of just, it's easier to maneuver through these, unlike we had those little dots on the previous version. So since we are on this side, we still have the game modes right here with some actual like explanations and descriptions, and some of the animations on the game. Like, everything seems to kind of swoosh in from the side, which is pretty cool. This just appears sideways as well, which is really cool. I actually deleted the hangar file so I would see what the actual original hangar of the new patch is, and it is rather different. You can see this thing just switched by itself. Start button, which is now red and very, very angry, and it shines all the time, so it just wants you to click it. You have your invites down here and your friend list down here, which I think that the fonts are definitely brighter and larger. It's got to be, I think. And for myself, I think it's easier to read. Then you have your profile here, which instantly tells your rank. I've been trying to record some stuff, leaving a lot of games, so we're down to Major General. And instead of having all your cards and golds and whatever orders next to your profile, they're just straight underneath. And your premium time and your menu systems are just right here. So I think the menus are slightly, if you go to the options and like game or whatever, they're slightly different, but all in all they're pretty much the same as they were. So that would be the right side. Following up to the middle, this is where you see your level of the campaign. I guess you can say that, yeah. And this would be the progression bar, I believe. If I change it to, I don't know, this one, yeah, it's your progression bar up here. These beards are hilarious though. Then you can see level 9, we are currently on allies, which you can switch, by the way, down here, allies, and then we go to the Japanese, level 19, and it gives you the progression. This is where you switch the campaigns, as I already mentioned. This screen has not changed, I think, whatsoever. So that's cool, very simple, very easy. Then when you are on the battle screen here, you can see your squads down here, the ones that you have in your lineup. You can literally just have a look at them. That's it. You can just have a look at them, and you can't really do anything with them. It just tells you which level of the squad it is and how many members you have in there, and if you have different specialities in the squad, it'll tell you down here, as we've actually seen in some of the screenshots. Enlisted actually published before this patch. So these guys, your squads are big here. Like you can see them very well. They are up close and personal. You can see them very, very well. You can see the grass, the ground, some fire in the background, like they're in some ruined and destroyed area of the map, and it looks really cool. The vehicles are massive and they're really, really close, which I don't mind on this screen, but there's going to be a little issue when you actually get to view the actual vehicles. So then you have your battle pass and your tasks and your weekly tasks. I think they've changed the color to green, which is cool. I guess it just kind of tells you do it, it's green, you'll get the check mark. Anyway, so these used to be down here, that's why it's empty, but I believe this is eventually going to be filled up with like news and events and things like that. That's why they probably needed this side down here. It actually tells you the time of the battle pass, time left on the battle pass, which is pretty cool. Battle pass looks exactly the same, nothing has changed. As I said, maybe some of the animations of opening, not even that, I'd say it's exactly the same, I think. And this is where it gets a little confusing. You have tab up here that says squads, and you can click down here for the squads. And if you click down here, where we can just view these guys, right? We can just view these guys and nothing else. And then you click on these, like, oh, I want to swap out some squads. You want to click here. You want to click here, and then you do all the swapperoonies and left and right and center. This is where you would swap your squads out, or use your presets. If you if you have never used presets, I'll pop a little kind of video up here how to do presets. I think I have a video on it. To actually change like guns and weapons and nades and things like that, you want to go ahead and click on squads here, and it brings you back to the old-fashioned menu that we are very familiar with. This is what it looked like before. So you should be very, very familiar with this. And this side is suddenly very, very empty, which is odd, which is a little bit odd. And then based on your squad size, they're literally just stacked up in the middle with all their weaponry. Again, very close up, same as the vehicles. And this is finally, well, there's another way you can switch the campaigns actually here. This is pretty cool. And when you're in a battle, this is where you can switch the, not the campaigns, but the factions. And I believe that's pretty much it. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see what happens when you select a pilot. Like this looks cool. Like you can see we're on some sort of runway, cables, and these things that would stop your plane from rolling or whatever. Like I'm okay with this being that zoomed in. You can see the plane close up and it's really cool. I have an issue with this scene. You click on the plane itself. Why is it so zoomed in? Yes, they might have worked the models. They look absolutely stunning and shiny and sharp, and the quality is mad actually. If you look at some of the tanks, like the detailing, like tanks are okay. Okay, Calliope is a bad example because it's tall, but like tanks look freaking good. They look so good. I'm nothing against being so close up and personal, but why the planes? And this is a rather small plane. Imagine if you go to axes, well, let's just go to all the vehicles and select JU-180. Let's start with BF-110 already. That's a slightly larger plane. Like, I mean, I can't see all if the wings and everything and the rockets, and it's why does it need to be so zoomed in? And I went through the settings. I don't think there's any settings that can change this. I can't scroll wheel in and out. Let me do the plus, control plus. No, that doesn't work. And now we go to the big boy and you get the engine. And that's it. That's all you get on the engine. You can see, oh, I mean, the detail is really nice and all. It looks really, really cool. But like you can see so little of it. They removed some bombs from it. No, it still has 6. Cool. Yeah, I don't know why the aircraft needs to be so zoomed in. Tanks, as I said, tanks are totally fine. Even the bigger tanks, they're pretty close, but they're pretty good. Actually, let's check out the IS-2 because it's big. It's long battled. Oh, it's nice depth of field if you have a good graphics card. I don't know if it's graphics card affected, but like this looks cool. This looks really, really good. But yeah, I've got issue with planes. This is a rather small plane. And it doesn't I mean, it kind of fits, but it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's a small plane. These are small Soviet planes. And you can see them, but like the big German planes just don't fit in here. This scene here, I'm totally fine with. Like, it looks cool that it's in the background and everyone's so happy to go to war. Let's move on. I believe everything else is changed. Soldiers is probably exactly the same. Can we... Wait. Let's find a weapon that we might be able to transfer, throw away, upgrade. I do the German weaponry. There's slightly more clicks now to hop around all these kinders. I used to transfer this weapon. Let's change it out. Let's find it. Where's the click? Transfer. Yeah, the transferring works exactly the same if you want to transfer the weapon. So no big changes in here. Next tab up here we have progress, which is your campaigns, and you can switch between those right here, which is nice and handy. But as I said, this has not been reworked. Now the upgrades, we know these are going to look totally different, and they're just horizontal, literally as they were. You start at the middle, then you do 1, 2, 3, and you move on to this one. Then you have your first choice and this thing. Then you have extra. Then you have your second choice. And I believe this is where you get your third choice down here. And that's basically the squad upgrades, just the same as it was, only from vertical to horizontal. Now the personal upgrades, same thing. It just goes ziggy zaggy. You come up here, ziggy zaggy. Choice between the weapon or the bag. And is this going to be available soon? The research will be available in future. We're still not available. Okay. And for the weapons, oh wow, they actually have added the photo of it, which is really cool. So you actually, it's easier to tell which one. This is MP34. You know, you're doing the upgrade ranks and then all the percentages and selling bonuses and things like that. Then you know this squad is responsible for the FNAB, for the MP40. I like this. I really like this. It's easier to tell. Yeah, which weapon you are upgrading, and it just looks so much better. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Okay, if you click escape, then you go straight away back to the battle, I guess. Yeah, straight back to the battle. Okay, and last but not least of the tabs, we have shop, and this has changed quite a bit. Again, you can switch between the armies in the shop as well, which I guess is pretty handy. You get your pistols. I like these menus sliding in from the one side is really cool, and it's picture, what it's called, how much it costs. Like, it's all very simple and easy to understand. And then you have a big back button. What happens if I click escape? Oh, it just goes back as well. Okay, it doesn't throw me back to the battle mode. All the rifles, the bolt action, semi-autos, and all the ones with like the grenade launchy things. Then you have your all assault tier weapons. I like how they have like proper names now. You can read them all nicely, and the pictures are cool. Heavy weapons. There's quite a few actually here. What does it look like if you want to buy one? Oh, you need to open it like this. Purchase. This screen is exactly the same, and you can still do the amount, which is really handy. And then all your equipment is up here as well, like stuff that you would, grenades and anti-personal mines and bags and whatnot would be up here. And then in the shop we have special offers, which is all the premium squads or the unique battle pass sword thingy that I don't know why you want to get, but some people say it's fun. So you can see all the premium squads here. If you get few more than me, then probably I have them or you have them and they're missing from here. Battle pass, this is where you have your battle pass unique under shop and battle pass. You get your golden order weapons, you have your golden order soldiers, and you have your unique battle pass golden order vehicles under the battle pass tab here. Shop, battle pass, you can find these. Weaponry we already checked, and then soldiers is just to buy an extra soldiers. Yeah, I like these pictures. These look more like they look better. They look better. That's what I'm trying to say. Heading back to this menu, events and customs look exactly the same as far as I can tell. The event looks exactly the same as far as I can tell. Player profile, everything else seems to be looking pretty much exactly as it was. So there you have it, ladies and gents. I want to say the Enlisted version 1.5 is here, and we're just waiting for 2.0 for the progression upgrades and Tech 3 upgrades, which I can't wait, which is going to be really cool. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my streams or any of the new content on Enlisted that we will be covering live on streams and videos and shorts. And yeah, it's been MeAdmiralStarks. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.